Today we will discuss about the pancreas. It is the exocrine as well as endocrine gland. Here you can see this is the transverse colon. We reflect the transverse colon on the side. Here you can see this is the stomach, just behind to the stomach, and inside the C-shape part of the duodenum. First part, second part, and third part. Here you can see this is the first part, this is second part, and third part. Into the C shape there is a head of the pancreas, and the pancreas is the exocrine as well as endocrine gland. Exocrine as well as endocrine gland. It is forming the forming the stomach bed, and it is lies in between the stomach and the pancreas. It lies the portion of the lesser sac. So it is the endocrine as well as exocrine gland. It is the retort in shape. It is situated into the epigastric region. This is the epigastric region, and it is also extend up to the left hypochondrium, up to the tail of the pancreas, which is extend up to the hilum of the spleen. So tail, which is lies inside the lienorenal ligament, and it is extend inside the up to the hilum of the spleen. So it has a length nearly 12 to 15 centimeter in length. The breadth, which is nearly 3 to 4 centimeter, and thickness. This is the thickness of the. It is nearly average 2 centimeter in thickness, and nearly it is the weight. It is the 80 to 100 grams of the weight of the pancreas. It is a 4 part. Here you can see this is the head, and just in front of the this is the inferior. This is the superior mesenteric vessels. Just projecting part anterior to the mesenteric vessels. This part here there is an uncinate process. Just below to it there is an uncinate process, and this is the uncinate process, and this part it is called the head and neck, which is separated by the anteriorly, which is separated by the gastroduodenal artery. This is the gastroduodenal artery. Here you can see this is the branch of the common hepatic. It is the gastroduodenal, which passes behind to the first part of the duodenum, and this gastroduodenal, which separate anteriorly just medial to just right towards the right to the gastroduodenal. It is the head of the pancreas, and just left it is the left towards the left side. It is the body of the pancreas and itself gastroduodenal artery. Below to it this portion, and in front of the formations of the portal vein. Here you can see this is a superior mesenteric vein, and this is the splenic vein. Both are the vein which is united just in front of the neck of the pancreas. So normally posteriorly the neck, which is neck, it is the between the body and head. It is lies at the level of the formations of the portal vein. By the two vein united, splenic vein, and this is the superior mesenteric vein. And anteriorly it is demarcated by the gastroduodenal artery. This gastroduodenal artery anteriorly, which medial right towards it makes the head, and left towards it makes the body of the pancreas. And body and tail of the pancreas, it is difficult to separate, but posteriorly it is the non-peritoneal part of the pancreas which separate the tail and body of the pancreas. So these are the 4 part of the pancreas. Head as a again we will discuss. Head has a 2 surface, anterior surface, and there is a posterior surface. It has a 4 margin, upper margin. This is the right margin. This is the lower margin, and here there is a left margin. So anterior surface and the posteriorly there is a posterior surface. This is the head of the pancreas. Anteriorly here it is related with the transverse colon, transverse mesocolon, and part of the duodenum. It is the anterior relations of the head of the pancreas. Also there is a superior pancreaticoduodenal artery which curve on the upper part, and also part of the gastroduodenal artery which is front of the head of the pancreas. So posterior relations of the head of the pancreas you can see here on that side here. This is the formation inferior vena cava. You can see here this is the inferior vena cava. Posteriorly there is a even there is a renal vein, right and left renal vein. This is the also right crus of the diaphragm. Right crus of the diaphragm. Here there is a formations of the right crus of the diaphragm. I will show you the left crus, but difficult to show on that side. Right crus of the diaphragm, and also there is a bile duct which is lies on the posterior side. So the inferior vena cava, here you can see this is the inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava. There is a bile duct, and there is a right celiac ganglion which is lies on the posterior aspect. So these are the relation on the posterior aspect of the head of the pancreas. And upper border which is overlapped by the first part of the duodenum, rest of the border it is overlapped by the adjoining part of the second, third part and fourth part of the duodenum. So it is lies groove inside the head, which is lies inside the groove of the first, second and third part of the duodenum. Uncinate process, this is just behind to the formation of the superior mesenteric vessels. Behind to this it is the uncinate process of the it is the extension of the head on the behind to the superior mesenteric vessel. It is the extension of the superior mesenteric vessels. Behind to the superior mesenteric vessel, it is the uncinate process of the pancreas. Posteriorly, it is related with the aorta, abdominal aorta. Posteriorly, it is related with the abdominal aorta, and above there is a left renal vein. Here you can see this is the left renal vein. Here you can see this is the aorta lies on the right side. So the left renal vein, which is the longer. So above it is related with the left renal vein. So this is the relations of the uncinate process. We already discussed neck, which is connecting to the head and body. Anteriorly it is separated by the gastroduodenal artery, and posteriorly it is the formations of the portal vein by the uniting of the splenic vein, and this is a superior mesenteric vein which is formations by the it is the demarcating point of the neck of the pancreas. Anterior surface of the neck of the pancreas, which is covered by the peritoneum. It is covered by the peritoneum of the lesser sac and related with the pyloric end of the stomach. And posteriorly it is the non-peritoneal. And shallow groove contains the superior mesenteric vein. Here you can see this is a superior mesenteric vein, and in the lower part the trunk of the portal vein into the upper part. So superior mesenteric vein into the lower part and formation of the portal vein into the upper part. It is a relations. And the lower border it gives the attachment of the transverse mesocolon. Here we have already detached the transverse mesocolon. We have removed the attachment, and above we can see here it is a first part of the duodenum. So this is about to the neck of the now we will discuss about the surfaces of the body of the pancreas. It has a anterosuperior surface. Here you can see this is the anteriorly it is called the anterosuperior surface. This is the anterior-inferior surface, and there is a posteriorly there is a posterior surface. Posteriorly there is a posterior surface. Anterior surface it is related with the posterior-inferior surface of the stomach. This is the postero-inferior surface of the stomach. So it is related with the postero-inferior surface of the stomach, and which is separated by the lesser sac. It is separated by the lesser sac. Inferior surface, this surface which is related with the, this is the fourth part of the duodenum. Here you can see this is the fourth part of the duodenum. It is the duodenojejunal plexus. So inferior surface, it is related with the anteroinferior surface, it is related with the duodenojejunal plexus. It is also related with the coil of the duodenum. Here you can see these are the coil of the duodenum. These are related, and lap colic plexus of the transverse colon. This is the lap colic plexus of the transverse colon. So these are the relations of the anteroinferior surface of the pancreas, anteroinferior surface of the pancreas, lap colic plexus of the transverse colon, duodenum. These are relations of the relation of the anterior surface. Posterior surface, I will reflect the posterior surface. Here you can see this is the structure you can see inside the posterior surface. Are the here you can see this is the left kidney. Here you can see this is the left kidney. This is the left kidney, and left suprarenal gland. Here you can see this is the left suprarenal gland. I will show you by reflecting all the. Here you can see this is a left suprarenal gland, left kidney, and this is the left psoas major muscles. Here you can see this is the left psoas major muscles, and along with it sympathetic chain. We have not dissected the lymphatic chain. This is a para-aortic lymph nodes, and there is a lap crus of the diaphragm. Here I will show you the lap crus of the diaphragm. This is the celiac trunk, and this is the lap crus of the diaphragm. This is the lap crus of the diaphragm. If you want to see properly, then I will show you the reflecting. This is the lap crus of the diaphragm. You can see it is attached to the L1 and L2. So splenic vein, here you can see this is the splenic vein, also lies posteriorly. Splenic vein, and abdominal aorta at the beginning. Here you can see this is the abdominal aorta, and lap renal vein. These are the structure which is lies on the posterior aspect of the posterior surface of the pancreas. Posterior surface of the pancreas. Again I will show you the relation on the posterior surface. Splenic vein, I will keep organ in situ. Splenic vein, this is the lap renal vein, this is the lap kidney, this is the lap suprarenal gland. Here you can see this is the lap suprarenal gland, and here there is a cross, lap crus of the diaphragm. We have not right now, but this is the lap crus of the diaphragm, just on the left side of the celiac trunk. This is the celiac trunk, and the aorta. This is the aorta. So these are the structure lies on the posterior surface of the pancreas. And there are three borders. This is the superior border, this is the anterior border, and this is the anteroinferior border, which is not well demarcated. So this is the anteroinferior surface, this is the anterior surface, and just behind to it this is the posterior surface of the pancreas. So this is the border, it is the anteroinferior border, or this is the anterior border, and this is the superior border. On the superior border there is a one projection. It is called the projection. It is called the tuber omental. It is called the tuber omental. So this is about to the body of the pancreas, and the tail of the pancreas, which is lies inside the linorenal ligament, and it goes to the hilum of the spleen. So whenever you can do the splenectomy, at that time you have to take the precaution of the to take the care of the tail of the pancreas to prevent injury to the tail of pancreas during the splenectomy, because abundant amount of the Langerhans cells which is present inside the tail of the pancreas. So it is the exocrine as well as endocrine organs. blood supply of the pancreas, which is supplied by the branch of the gastroduodenal. It is a superior pancreaticoduodenal, and from the superior, this is the gastroduodenal. It is a branch of the common hepatic, and it is a branch of celiac tongue. So it is coming from the derivative of the foreguts, and here it is also supplied by the first branch of the superior mesenteric artery. It is a inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery. So which supplies to the head and uncinate process. Body which is received the blood supply from the splenic artery. There are numerous on the upper border of the body. There is a numerous branches from the splenic artery which supplies to the pancreas. Veins are the superior mesenteric splenic vein. It drain into the portal vein. Lymphatics drainage, it is drained into the pancreaticoduodenal lymph nodes, mainly the head, body and tail. It is the pancreaticosplenic lymph nodes, and this ultimately goes to the celiac and superior group of the superior mesenteric group of the lymph node. It is the pre-aortic lymph nodes. Sympathetic nerve innervation by the plexus around to the celiac plexus. It is supplies to the pancreas, and parasympathetic which is supplied by the vagus nerve. So this is about to the pancreas. It is the exocrine as well as endocrine. Its exocrine group, it secretes the pancreatic juices, and the endocrine which secretes the glucagon and insulin. So this is about to the pancreas. Hope you will enjoy the pancreas. Thank you. Clinical anatomy of the pancreas. It is a annular pancreas. Whenever there is a it develops from the dorsal and ventral pancreatic buds, there is a rotations which is not occur. It lead to the annular pancreas, and it lead to there is a obstruction of the duodenal obstruction. Sometimes there is a malignancy inside the pancreas. It is very difficult to operate, and also there is a presence of the cyst formation inside the pancreas. So this is about to the clinical aspect of the pancreas.